Kate Middleton is, allegedly, ready to retaliate if Prince Harry drags her into his memoir. Kate Middleton and Prince Harry were once close friends. Indeed, soon after the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge announced their engagement, Prince Harry publicly congratulated the royal couple. In addition, he told reporters that Middleton is the sister he never had. However, there have been rumors that Prince Harry and Middleton have grown estranged from one another, and this is said to be due to Meghan Markle. Woman's Day claimed in its January 17 issue that Middleton and Prince Harry's relationship has become so estranged that the latter has lost regard for the former's feelings. As a result, the Duke of Sussex is rumored to be making plans to include the future Queen consort in his memoir. Catherine and William have been assured that the palace will demand to see any content involving their family and will take whatever steps they can to stop anything problematic from being published, but they can only do so much. William and Catherine are prepared for the worst, an unnamed source said. According to reports, Prince William and Middleton expect that Prince Harry will criticize his older brother in his memoir. To their surprise, Markle's husband intends to do the same to Middleton. Before Prince Harry and Meghan Markle married, the father of two and Middleton was as close as thieves. They had such a good brother-sister bond. I know Harry valued that immensely, as did Kate, so when things went pear-shaped she found it very unsettling. But she also trusted that he would never drag her into a public war. So, being told she might have to prepare to feature in his tell-all was a real shock to Kate. She feels utterly betrayed, the unnamed source explained. If this feud between Middleton and Prince Harry had occurred years ago, the former would have avoided any confrontation, let alone a full-fledged feud. However, this is no longer the case. It's different now. Her children are growing up and George is old enough to know what's going on. If Harry drags her into his vendetta against the family, it will affect her children and she won't stand for that. Harry might have confused her passiveness over the years with being a pushover, which she is not, especially where her babies are concerned. She's ready to push back on every single inkblot of Harry's memoir that mentions her if it should come to that, the unnamed source said. The Duke of Sussex may regret dragging his sister-in-law into his memoir because Middleton will not back down. Besides, the Duchess of Cambridge has been relating to the public in her recent style, Eloise Moran, author of Lady Di Lookbook, has claimed. Speaking to Us Weekly's Royally Us podcast, Ms. Moran said, "I think with everything that's been happening in the royal family this year, they haven't had the best year in terms of scandal after scandal. The Meghan and Harry interview, I think that was a giant bomb and I think it woke up the royal family. There were a lot of questions about their relevance and I think they realized that the focus should really be on William and Kate who are younger and who people relate to a lot more. I think that really reflected in her clothes. She's had to step up her game this year. She appears a lot more confident in her style, she's really honed in on this relatable." Kate is said to turn to a person outside of the royal family to confide in following the claims made against her by Meghan Markle, it has been claimed. The Duchess was deeply upset after being dragged into Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey. The Duchess of Sussex told Oprah Winfrey that Kate made her cry ahead of her wedding after stories suggested that it was Meghan Markle who had made Kate cry. Royal expert Neil Sean has claimed Kate turned to her brother during the time. Mr. Sean said, "There was one person she could really turn to, confide in and be assured that it would go no further. He's become her rock, her brother James Middleton. It's James who Kate turned to in these troubled times because she liked his calm and relaxing influence. That's not to say she didn't want to turn to her husband Prince William, but she knew that he already had quite a lot on his plate and didn't want to burden him with more." Reports had circulated ahead of the Sussexes' nuptials that Meghan left Kate in tears at Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress fitting, but Meghan told Winfrey the reverse happened. Meghan said she was not sharing the information to be disparaging, and described Kate as a good person, but added it was really important for people to understand the truth. Meghan said Kate apologized and bought her flowers, adding that she has forgiven her. She told the chat show host, "The narrative with Kate, which didn't happen, was really, really difficult and something that. I think that's when everything changed really." Winfrey pressed Meghan, "So specifically, did you make Kate cry?" Meghan said no, and when asked where that story came from and whether there was a situation where Kate might have cried, Meghan said, No, the reverse happened. And I don't say that to be disparaging to anyone, because it was a really hard week of the wedding, and she was upset about something, but she owned it and she apologized and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing, and she did what I would do if I knew that I'd hurt someone, right, to just take accountability for it."